Believe it or not, I haven't watched his Rivalry. And if you don't know me, you're probably like, okay, so what? But what if I told you I have a glee tattoo? Does that make it harder to believe I haven't watched it yet? Okay, so what if I told you it was my first tattoo, and it's not only a glee tattoo, but a claim tattoo, and that I can still quote the first Lee scene?
What's that? I'm decorating Papa's casket. Well, finish up, I have to prepare some for a number and we should practice. To tell, Candles by Hey Monday. I'm impressed, you're usually still top 40. I wanted to sing something a little more emotional. Why did you pick me to do that song with? Kurt, there's a moment when you say to yourself, oof, there you are, I've been looking for you forever. Watching you do Blackbird this week, that was that moment for me, about you. You move me, Kurt, and this might just be an excuse to spend more time with you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. We should practice. I thought we were. Still not the cringiest thing I've done online.
But then, Sophia, why aren't you watching his Rivalry? I know you ship it this Destiel and Johnlock and Fan too. Now, I'm not gonna talk about the fact that you shouldn't ship real people. Glee ended over 10 years ago, and I'm not going back to my Chris Colfer mentality. Gosh, this intro is giving me such cringe nostalgia. My girlfriend was actually the one who made me question things. She does that a lot. But now that I've done some research, I think I have the answer, or an answer. So, why do lesbians enjoy MLM content so much? I guess I should explain what heated rivalry is, in case you clicked on a video about heated rivalry and you just don't know what it is. Maybe you're just like a big fan of my channel. Heated Rivalry is an adaptation of the second book in the Game Changer series that apparently began as a Stucky fanfic, which I should ask my friend if she's read it before. But also, maybe it wasn't a fanfic, but a misunderstanding on the author's part on how AO3 worked. The Rivalry tells the story of two star hockey players, Shane Hollander, Canadian, serious, introverted, who plays for the Montreal Voyagers, and Ilya Rozanov, Russian, charismatic, cocky party boy who plays for the Boston Bears. Nice rivals, but behind the scenes, they are in a casual sexual relationship that goes on throughout the years when they happen to be playing the same city. I guess first we should talk history, how women are viewed, and mostly how lesbians are. Not so olden days when being queer was illegal worldwide, sapphic women weren't as targeted as gay men. Not only because, the anti gay laws required you to have a specific body part for sex to be considered illegal, lawmakers didn't want to let women know they could be gay and have gay sex. Instead of making it illegal to be sapphic, they were just very hush hush about it. With sex being a men's issue, women were encouraged to stay far away from them and to socialize with other women and cultivate intense and passionate friendships with one another, blending the line between platonic and romantic for people around them. But the lack of anti-sapphic laws to this day causes the dismissal of a lot of woo relationships. History would call them gal pals. Women also don't suffer from toxic masculinity, therefore we are allowed to show affection between one another and actually are encouraged to, making, let's say, bi-curious moments just that, curiosity. And now that you've kissed a girl like every girl has wanted to before, now that you've gained that knowledge, now that you've quenched that thirst, you can go back to being a boy kisser strictly. Unless your boyfriend wants to see you kissing another girl, then that's fine because straight women can be gay for their partners to watch. A man can't do that. Once you're a guy and you get a little boy curious, you are done for. You know that curiosity part? Yeah, forget that. Actually, scratch the boy part as well. Once you're a dude who's kissed another dude, or worse, thought about kissing another dude, you are now gay and that's it. I used to say that if two girls kiss in a movie, people don't go straight to sapphic in their minds, but two girls just wanting to have fun. The AIDS epidemic in the 80s did a lot worse than good. Could you believe it? Not only were gay men becoming the face of a sexually transmitted disease, they also became the first thing you thought of when thinking of a queer person, leaving the sapphics on the back burner. Not to make light of a very serious topic, I'm just trying to make a point, I guess. Interestingly, Wulu health workers were amongst the first and sometimes only people to take care of AIDS patients, and sapphics in general were amongst people who would donate their blood to patients in need. And that's also why it's LGBTQ plus and not GLBTQ plus. It's a feminist way of honoring our lesbians. The AIDS crisis, besides being a horrible thing to say the very least, was also Hollywood gold, allowing filmmakers to make drama centered around the subject. And who would the films be about? Yeah, gay men. Okay, so women prefer MLM stories because gay men have had it worse than lesbians? I mean, obviously not, and if that's what you got from what I said, I'm gonna need you to watch it again or for you to look in the video sources. I believe another important point is that men can't write women. A lot of female characters are just bland because they're just written that way. They are either the bimbo or the bookish one who is not like the other girls, or they are strong and would prefer to be a man but not in a trans way. A lot of female characters don't have nuance and are just a shallow caricature of being a woman. But then, Sophia, do women know how to write men? Apparently, yeah. Have you ever heard of a little thing called BL? BL or boy love is something Hitted Rivalry has been compared to, even being called by Western yaoi or BL. And I'm not gonna deny it and say that one, yaoi doesn't fetishize gay men because, because of research for this video, I found out about something called the yaoi hole, which I didn't go after, so I now just know the term and so do you. And number two, I don't know yaoi. I have only read, I think, one BL webtoon, but I'm not gonna tell you which one because it's kind of embarrassing. To quote this article I found, BL, in its feminine perspective of homoerotic male relationships, offer a fascinating case study of this phenomenon. Many entries in the genre exist in the uncanny valley between heterosexuality and queerness, where a relationship is gay because of the physical absence of women more than the actual identities of the lovers. For female readers, there is a sense of safety in being removed from the sex and romance they consume. They also enjoy a relationship removed from the power dynamics of gender. Long story short, I think women who love women like men who love men media because it's like being queer without the misogyny. And it's sometimes better written. Or like this Reddit user said about 4 years ago, it's not a het relationship, but it's made to smell like one. This has been my very first video essay. I don't know if I did a good job. Please tell me in the comments below. Also, please like this video if you liked it. And please tell me in the comments below some more queer media for me to watch or read. Bonus points if it's woola whoop. Goodbye, have a good day.